Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we have something very interesting to take a look at here, the new AEGISLASH. So let's go ahead and have some fun with it in the Open Master League. That's right. So it's not on my team right now, but it's going to be in a second. So you're going to start off in shield form. Once you attack, you're going to go into attack form. Your defense and your attack are going to swap, and you're going to become extremely squishy. Let's just say that, especially in the Master League. In the other leagues, Great League, then not so much. But you're still going to be taking a lot more damage. When you're in shield form, to get back to it, you use a shield, okay? Now, when you're in shield form, you can take so much damage. It is unbelievable. It's usable in the Master League. This is a level 40. How did you get all the candies? I put my rare candies in them. If I wanted to put XLs, I could, but I want to probably go for 100 if I'm going to do that, right? Plus, this will get a community day in the future, so keep that in mind. But this is definitely worth hunting right now. This is a crazy Pokemon. So, all right, the opponent that I'm going up against is using it, and I want you to look at the combat power. There it is. It's like 800. It's only in 800. I was like, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. What's going on here? I was tripping. I was like, wait, this thing, is it actually supposed to be like this? Is it broken? I understand its defense is supposed to be crazy, but you know, it's awesome that you can actually bring it in. What about the Great League? It's just going to be completely broken there. What is going on? All right, but we'll have fun with it while it's like this for now. So I'm struggling over here. I'm thinking, what the frickin' hell is going on? This son of a gun. So as soon as this was over, that threw me off. I went to mine and I powered it up to the Great League. I put the rare candies, bought the second move. I do have Gyro Ball. I will go Flash Cannon later. So yeah, just ignore that. I don't know which one you really want to run, to be honest. I think it's going to be Flash maybe. All right, and I didn't even get it off. Gyro Ball, yes. But nonetheless, Shadow Ball is what you're going to want to rock for sure. Now, as far as the damage with the AEGISLASH on, or as the shield form, it is doing 0, but it's technically doing like 1 damage, because you are going to see I freaking take a Sacred Fire from Ho-Oh, and then I quick move it down with the shield form. Oh yeah, we're going to be looking at some crazy crap like that. It's unbelievable. I was blown away. This is crazy. This is crazy, folks. So yeah, let's have some fun here. It is on the team. I'm going to be pairing it up with obviously Zygarde as well as a Reshiram. So if I encounter a Rhyperior, which I do believe we're going to be looking at some losses as well, okay? I want you to get the full scope. So let's see what a Dark Pulse does here. Look at that. What in the frickin' hell? Those are powered up people on the other end over there, okay? So it is pretty unbelievable how we can just tank that damage there. So they're swapping into their Ho-Oh. This is not the one where I just farmed them down, but we'll go for the Shadow Ball. So you're in your shield form, you go into the attack form, and then your attack is going to be swapped with your defense, and you're going to be doing more. And again, to get back into your shield form, you're going to use a shield, and you'll go right back into it. So essentially, every single time you attack, you are going to be using your attack form's attack stat, right? You're not going to be in shield form. So what you want to do is kind of farm up, build a lot of energy, and then kind of base it off what you need to do. You can even work the clock down, maybe drop somebody's defense, swap into AEGISLASH, and knowing you're going to be able to tank anything, quite literally, you just build all that energy up, and then kind of maybe wait for them to throw a charge move, and then you let it go, and then you let them build up again once you've built up your energy. And then you throw your charge move, you wait for them to throw again unless they know better, which people are going to catch on. This is going to stay like this. Then you shield the next one, or if the clock is ready, then you'll be able to retreat. Because again, in Master League for the shield or for the sword form, it's really going to go down fairly quick. All right, so I think this is the part here we're going to witness the AEGISLASH just go bananas here. So it doesn't have much health, but it's all right, 1500. And it's literally doing 1 damage, barely anything here. So take a look at this Sacred Fire. All right, drop my attack. Okay, that's great. So attack down, taking a Sacred Fire at this level 40. Pretty crazy. Going for the Shadow Ball here. And now we're going to go right into the attack form. We're going to take a lot of damage, but that's okay because we are Steel type, so we don't have to really worry about that Metal Claw there. And we're going to go ahead and retreat because even with a little bit of a health with your AEGISLASH in shield form, you're going to be looking incredible, okay? So they do have a Palkia Origin, bringing this back here. Watch this. I bet you even the Aqua Tail's not going to do much, or what's going to happen here. Okay, and that's a wrap. Oh, they take me out. We lose there. All right, that's all right. Did they even have shields? All right, let's pay more attention. I'm a little excited. So a lot of Crown Zacian in the lead, of course. That's all right. The Zygarde can handle it pretty well. And the Aegislash can handle it too. It's pretty bananas. Of course, when you're in your attack form, you're just going to pretty much get one-shotted by any charge move for the most part. All right, and can I keep on going with this? Again, I did run Earthquake for a bit, but I prefer Bulldoze, honestly. They're retreating with energy and bringing in a Kyurem Black, which is perfect. We'll go ahead and bring in the Aegislash to have a little fun here, and let's see what happens. Taking a Sacred Fire from Ho-Oh like that, there's really nothing that is going to be doing more damage aside from maybe Precipice Blaze from a Shadow Ho or a Shadow Groudon or a Shadow Ho-Oh Sacred Fire. Maybe even a Shadow Mewtwo Shadow Ball. Aside from that, I don't know what else is going to really be able to do more damage. Even that is not going to do too much. All right, so bringing in the Reshiram to go up against the shiny over there. Letting that Brave Bird go. And at this point, we can go ahead and throw the Fusion Flare. It's still going to do a decent amount since they dropped their defense, but they are going to opt to go with the shield here, almost bringing them down. We're going to go ahead and shield this up so we can get off this charge move after this and maybe get their last shield. That was a big mistake. That freaking Kyurem Black had no health. What a waste. Nice. Okay, so that's amateur on my hand here. And going to go for the Fusion Flare. I think Reshiram's going to be able to finish this off for us. We're going to go ahead and swap into that Aegislash, and we'll let this go. We don't need to shield anything, even at a little, still got more than half health. Shadow Ball. It's going to go straight into the attack form. And we're going to take the win here. This thing, I'm going to have to say, it really does kind of drag the battle on, especially if there's going to be two people using them. Yeah, that clock is definitely running out. There has been a few times where the clock didn't run out, but there was once where it was 2 seconds, and then another time where it was like 10 and then 15 because of the constant just taking and absorbing moves, and then the Zygarde as well. All right, so what do we have here? Zacian, look at that. What in the frickin' world is this? So you build up this energy, you keep it going until you max it out. You're gonna see me a few times where I actually hit 100 energy and I still go just so I can make sure they throw, and then I shield afterwards because I don't want to take all that damage, right? Well, it's not the damage. I just want to change forms again if I'm going to be using an attack 2 times in a row. All right, so we have the Landorus out here. We're going to go ahead and farm them down and go for the Bulldoze here. It's looking too good. I want to know what's going through these people's mind when they see that Aegislash. Like, wait, what? First of all, when I saw it at first, when I saw the Aegislash the other person was using, I was like, oh, here we go, some cheater. There's no way they have gotten the XL can. Well. Somebody could have just thrown the ones they have in their bag, so I guess I couldn't say anything. But I was like, really? And then I saw the combat power, and I was like, what is this guy trying to lose? And then I lost. I was like, what is this? What in the hell is this wizardry? This freaking haunted sword here. It's crazy. But I guess if it stays like this, then sure. It's pretty nuts. I will be maxing one of these out. You better believe it. It's too good. Drop it in a gym. This thing is freaking crazy. I wonder what it'll be if you drop it in a gym. That's actually pretty interesting. Because, wait. Yeah, how does that gonna work? What the hell? Yeah, somebody go do that quickly. All right, we'll go do it after this. All right, so we're taking that win there. Let's move it on to the next one here. So I did manage to go 4-1 using this thing, actually. All right, Kyogre, let's get it on. This is always a good matchup here. That Dragon Tail, it just adds up really quick, especially with Zygarde being able to just absorb and absorb. I would have to put this maxed out Zygarde, a maxed out Aegislash to be one of the cheapest Pokemon in the game right now. And if I need to learn to work it a little bit better, okay, there's going to be times you see me, it's like, wow, you screwed this up. Yep, for sure. Go ahead and call me out. I'm still practicing and learning the rhythm on how I'm going to be able to play this thing, especially in the Master League, okay? Because it is going to rely on those shields to kind of make it safe again and bring it back into that shield form, so you won't be taking... Look at that! Look at that! Landorus! This thing doesn't screw around when it comes to damage. It's super effective. Look! What is this? This is awesome. Drop my attack. And we're going to go into attack form. Let's see how much this does with an attack down by 3. Still doing a bunch. Landers is pretty squishy. Bringing in the Reshiram. We're going to go ahead and shield this up here. Hopefully we can farm them down with Dragon Breath. Come on, come on. Hey, pretty much. They've got their own Reshiram. We're going to build up a little bit more, make them think we're going for the Draco. And they're shielding it up. Great. And we're going to get to that Draco. Almost. All right, shielding this up. At this point, I think I can just go for the... yeah, the Fusion Flare, that should be enough here. Maybe... Oh, they're using a shield. Fantastic. Swapping to Zygarde. Going straight for the Bulldoze here, and that's pretty much a wrap. And we take the win. Looking good. Moving it on to the next one here. Yeah, have some fun with this thing. Is it worth the investment in rare candies right away? Yeah, unless you're planning on raiding a bunch, go for it. Have a ball. This thing is weird. I don't understand what's going on here. It's just going to stay. All right, so we got Zacian again. Very good. We'd like to see this. All right, doing a ton of damage. That's okay. Swapping into the Aegislash here. Let's see how much this does. Everything's pretty much resisted. Close combat's neutral because of the ghost typing. All right, no problem. Barely hurting me with one of the strongest moves in the game, but it is resisted. And bringing in Ho-Oh, this is super effective. And look at that, beautiful. So I am waiting. That's why I'm farming over my energy here. I was kind of hoping that they would attack so I could shield up right after this, but it's too late. Sometimes you catch a move right after you form change and you're so low that that quick move just does a ton of damage to you. So you got to look out for that too as well. So, you know, remember that if you're going to be using it. Swapping into Kyurem Black, getting off the Outrage with 2 shields up, bringing in Kyurem White, or Kyurem Reshiram. Almost, halfway at least. And what are they going to do? Bring back that Ho-Oh. Okay. Brave Bird's going to do quite a bit, so I think we'll go ahead and shield this up. Sacred Fire. Okay, you got me. No problem. But we're farming them down, which is amazing. And that Zacian. All right, so Aegislash time. Let's have some fun. I think this is where... Oh, it's got no health. Son of a gun. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this one off. I might have to just catch. That's the only way I can see me maybe winning this. Oh, I didn't catch. I still have a shield, though. Actually, I might be able to... Okay, well, yeah, this is the one where they shouldn't really have went for that. I'm not saying that they, they're bad or nothing, but 2 close combats would have done the job. Maybe they had to play rough. Who knows, right? But we win that game there. Very good. All right, next one, we're going to be met with Ho-Oh here. This is another great lead. They're swapping and bringing in Zacian. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw this and bring in Aegislash. We're going to have some fun. We're getting a little bit more comfortable with this thing and what we can do with it, right? So it's going to be best, too, going up against something. I mean, not all the time. It's going to be great in all kinds of different scenarios. But if the move that they're using, the quick move, is resisted, definitely going to be a plus, okay? So when you do form change, you'll be able to survive or get to your charge move a little bit faster and do a whole hell of a lot of damage. That's the thing, too. Thing does a ton of damage. They're shielding up, swapping to Ho-Oh. We would have taken a ton of damage right there as well. So bringing back our Zygarde here. And I'm bringing in Zygarde over Reshiram right now because we can do exactly what you just saw. Just absorb a Brave Bird. Reshiram can take it too, but not like that. They do have a Kyurem Black in the back. Sounds good. This is going to be a Fusion Bolt. All right. No damage whatsoever. And we're just going to go ahead and go for the Bulldoze. They let it go. Bring in the Aegislash. And we're just going to go straight for the attack form. Since we're almost to the other Shadow Ball here, and like we just discussed, the quick move is not going to take us out. And that quick, or that charge move, look, let's just see how much Shadow Ball does here. Let's see. Look at that. That's a lot of damage. This thing is insane. This is crazy. So we were obviously going to go down here. Yep. Bring in Reshiram. If they see that, they back out. We take the win. We're looking good. Do believe I pulled off a nice 4-1 here with this setup here. Yep, looking good. And we got a few more battles here. So let's go ahead and take a look at some more and get a little bit more comfortable with it. All right, so we do have a Groudon. If you hear Athena in the back, she is snoring a little bit. We just got back from a long walk. So yeah, if you hear any snoring, that's her. Anyways, Groudon. I think they keep going Fire Punch here. No, this is not the one. Okay. All right, taking me out. No shields on either end. All right, here we go. This is it. I don't think they ever throw Fire Punch, unfortunately. Or Precipice. I think they're just trying to like bait me. And they weren't really sure. I think a lot of people are still going to be confused to what the hell is going on here. And we're almost farming them down. Let's see Precipice Blades. Come on, throw it. Look at that. What the hell? Was that thing powered up? Yes. What in the world? This is crazy. All right, going for a Shadow Ball here. So Switch clock, is it up yet? Yes, immediately swapping into our Reshiram. It still has a little bit of health and energy, so we can use it. Not too sure what's going on here. As a matter of fact, I do know what's going on here. If you're like, why didn't they throw? What, are you battling noobs? No, this person knows what they're doing. And that was their win con. They needed to do that extra quick move damage. Throwing would have just wasted time. So you're going to see exactly... They know what they're doing. They're still holding on to that shield. They knew better. And... I could have maybe won this, okay? I don't know. Actually, no, I can't. This isn't... There was one I quit that I'm not going to show, but... Yeah, this was close, though. Look at this stinking battle. I just threw... Give me your last shield. I got your last shield. Wait, just wasting time right here. Just wasting time. Good game, good game. That was very close. I mean, I'm using this thing. Still learning here. Shadow Mewtwo up next. Let's get it on. We don't have to really worry about anything but... Ice Beam, which will pretty much one-shot us. Scythe Strike, just taking the damage like no problem at all. Gonna go for that Bulldoze, and we get the defense drop. That's perfect. That's really good, actually. I think we can farm them down at this point here before they get to the next one. Great, and now we have energy for the next Pokemon they throw in here. Oh, sounds good. I'll go for the Outrage here, and then I think I may swap. All right, I should have swapped there. This was a bad call on my end. Yeah, horrible. That was really not good. So now they're just loaded up on energy. But the Aegislash, remember, Sacred Fire, no problem, no problem. Quick move, no problem. This thing is off the charts for the defense over here. All right, so we're just gonna stick to it. Now we'll go ahead and throw, thinking that they might throw right after this here. Or is our switch clock ready to go? They might have snuck a quick move. Yep, they did. Do you see that? We had a lot more health, but we form change, and that Incinerate was a little slow to hit that damage there right between me changing. And that's what happens. All right, so bringing in Kyogre. Gonna go ahead and bait them out here. Oh, they're letting it go. Oh, all right, well, sounds good to me. Are we gonna be able to pull this one off? Let's see here. It's getting kind of close. And I screwed that one up. All right, big time. But I take them out before they're able to tap on their charge move. So we won that by slow tap, suppose. Next game, we're going to be seeing Crown Zacian. It's a very popular lead here. Unless you're leading with fire, then you won't see a damn one of them. And it'll only be water and ground. Okay. Or dragon. You know how it goes. Anyways, going to let that go. And they didn't even use a shield. Okie dokie. We're going to go ahead and swap with energy. Their defense is down, so I think it was down. But since we're going to be able to just absorb these, and there's quite a few things that we're going to be safe for them to just bring in for the Master League with the Steel as well as the Ghost, the Shadow Ball, and the Flash Cannon here. Building up quite a bit, waiting for them to potentially throw again, but are just maxing out our energy here. And we'll be able to throw 2 Shadow Balls and kind of put pressure on them. See if they want to shield up their Palkia. And they let it go. All right. So Aegislash is taking out the freaking Palkia, swapping because we don't want to take that damage. And I don't think I said this already, but when you retreat with Aegislash, you will also be going back into shield form when you bring it back out. Okay. So for instance, just like now, it was in the sword form. I retreated it. Now it's back into shield form when you throw it back out. So that's really good. Okay. And you can work all kinds of strategies behind this. This is a very strategic Pokemon to be using now. It's going to be really fun going forward if it's going to be like this to test it out, because this is kind of changing battling a little bit, the way this thing operates, you know? It's really a big shift in anything we've ever seen. Morpeko does the double, you know, change, but it does it for attacking every single time. So yeah, totally excited for this thing here. All right, so what do we got? Landorus out here. All right, let's keep it going. Very good. Gonna go for that Fusion Flare. Folks, if you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated for the hype here. If you like Aegislash, give this video a thumbs up. All right, and get into the Shadow Ball. Did you see that? Look at this thing. This thing over here. It's like, get out the way. Now go down. Let's get it. 5 seconds left on that clock. Did you see that? All right, got a Heatran up here, and I do believe this will be our last battle. All right, so obviously well, we can go up against that with Aegislash. It doesn't matter as long as we're not in sword form. We'll be all right. So they're swapping into their Palkia. We're going to go ahead and just bring in the Reshiram here. Don't really want to go up against Heatran. I mean, Fusion Flare will do a good amount of damage because it is part steel, so I think they shielded up here. Yeah, it still do quite a bit. I definitely want to max one of those out. Be pretty fun. Alright, so we're getting farmed down badly here. And I do bring in Aegislash. Immediately they swap into their Zacian here. And this is great, because what we're going to be able to do at this point, since they've used the shield already, we are looking amazing, since we can just absorb these. So we'll get to the 100 energy, we'll let them throw, because we don't want to go into attack form yet, we don't want to use our shield quite yet. And now we'll go ahead and throw. They're not going to be able to outpace this. We'll get to another Shadow Ball, and we stay in attack form until we retreat or use a shield, remember that. Alright, going for another Shadow Ball here. And yeah, look at this son of a gun. Absolutely just amazing. Thank you for watching, and take care.